Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come on here and just show a little something that happens once in a while when I get tracks from another studio. Work with studios all over the place, everywhere from Nashville to all over the world through the internet. But yeah, occasionally I'll get this happening where the files come in and for different reasons, they're really, really low. So you can see on here, I have some, as I scroll through these tracks, a lot of them just look like they're just a flat line. Here's some right here that show some audio down here, little blips here. Now, of course, these ones that look like straight lines up here, if I zoom in on them and zoom up there, you can see there's audio there. If I zoom right in here, so there's showing some audio here, but obviously, when I'm zoomed out, it's really low level. Now, obviously, everybody says, and so these ones are really low. People say, well, you can just clip gain them, right? And that's true. It's not a deal breaker, but I can clip gain the tracks. What occasionally happens is, now I don't know if these were recorded this low or not, but yeah, if I clip gain this one track up, so I can clip gain it like that and just make sure it's not actually clipping, when the meters are hitting. So, as I watch the meters, that it's not going to actually clip. But what sometimes happens, let's bring that down a little bit, even if the tracks are recorded at a good level in their own recording software, whether it's Logic, whether it's Ableton Live, whatever they're recording, whatever software they're recording in, even if it's Pro Tools that they're recording in, even if their levels are good like this, what can happen is they will mix the volume of their track for their own mix, right? So they'll set up, if it has drums, the drums will be hot in the mix, and then other instruments will be quieter, and some might be really quiet in the mix. And so they'll actually turn the fader down for those tracks. Well, unless they print that file, or create a duplicate right from the actual file. So from this file here, if I just, I've jacked this 18 decibels here. I'll just do it 18.5. I'll just do it 18. But if I render this out, so as a new file, so Alt-Shift-3, so just basically create a brand new file out of it. Okay, so now it's rendered that file, and now it's at 0 decibels. If I name this file and send this exact file to another studio, it will show up identical, right? But if I turn down the volume, right? Turn down the volume on the fader. Here's what will happen. I'll create a new track. And let's just mono track, create. Okay, so here's a new track. So I'm going to print this audio right here. Let's print this audio with the fader at 0. Okay, so I'm just going to bus it out. Let's send it to a mono bus. Okay, and bring it in. Actually, let's use the mono bounce bus. I usually have one set mono bounce, okay? And there's, okay, bring it in. Okay, so now if I actually print that track to this other track, here's what it looks like. So it's printing right now, right? Okay, it looks exactly the same, right? Because this volume is at 0, unity gain. I haven't turned it down. But if I'm printing this file through my master bus, say in the mix I wanted this down at maybe -12. Well, here's what's going to happen. As soon as I print that file and send it off to another studio, here's what's happening. It's turned it down by whatever my fader was set at, right? So this is the problem. Now you can say, well, it's all digital. Well, here's what's happening. It all works out to bits, right? We're printing bits of information, which equals resolution of a file. The resolution of this, if it's not clipping and I get it as close as I can to 0 dB full scale, that is a higher resolution file because the signal has more bits of information than this file right here. And so these files that are flatlined, that I have to zoom way up on, the resolution is going to be lower of those files, even if I increase the gain using clip gain. Okay, so I'm actually getting a reduced audio resolution, a reduced quality of a file if I have to increase it. So this is for, if you're sending files to another studio, make sure that you're sending the original file that is inside, like the audio file that is saved inside your software. Or if you don't know how to send that file, make sure you're sending the file where the volume is at 0 dB, like right at the top, so that it's sent at the same unity gain as the file itself, if you're sending it through a master bus. And that will solve this problem. Like I say, this isn't a deal breaker for this project. I'll clip gain these, but the clip gaining does not change the resolution of this file. This file is still a lower resolution than if it was sent as the full dynamic waveform. Anyway, hope this helps somebody out there. And as usual, God bless. Take care.